Senator, you've been very involved in PERS. I don't know whether much progress has been made on PERS. Could you kind of update us on the PERS situation and why it's so difficult to pass PERS legislation?
Well, there are two bills, Senate Bill 559 and 560, which have multiple amendments attached to them. They haven't been introduced into the bills, but they're going along with the bills. And they've been moved to Ways and Means, where the Senate President and the House Speaker, I think, want the discussion to continue. There is a new option that's kind of been floated recently. It's a risk-sharing option that has to do with public employees and them paying into their retirement a little bit more. The idea has to be fleshed out a little more, and it needs to be scored by the actuaries, but that's going on. And then, of course, the reason it's so difficult is twofold. One, the courts have narrowed our ability to do very much to the system. Probably all the things we could do combined that would be constitutional would maybe make a 25% dent in the unfunded liability that exists today, which is $22 billion the way they calculate it, but it's probably closer to $50 billion the way it actually is when you calculate our earnings, which don't match what we have projected that they're going to be. And so the second issue with that is, of course, the politics of it. And the unions essentially control the building. And so they're not interested in anything that has any effect in what they would consider a negative way on public employees. So of course, the problem with that is that if we don't act, there is going to be negative impact on public employees, because ultimately the system is going to have a catastrophic collapse if we just ignore the problem and end up like Illinois and other states where they just can't seem to ever catch up with their debt as it relates to their pension plan.